Yeah, okay. Hey guys, happy Splashy here. Good morning. It is 8/26/2021. Right now we're going to do some League and then we'll also do some Pit. I apologize if I sound kind of raspy. I have not had any sleep since now. So yeah, working on a very short timer. So yeah, let's get right into League. Let's see here. We have 6 spots available. We're going to hold off on opening these legendary chests until the world event, which is going to happen tomorrow. And there's a quest at the end of chapter 2 that will require us to open up legendary chests. So that's why we're holding off. All right, so let's get right into League. Okay, let's take a look at the Warlord. So they have these block runes, they have the Rocker Boys with Splash, and then they have set the health of our units to 1. Alright, they started off with this unit here that deals extra damage based upon the number of units that are in play. So extra damage over here. Let's see here. I'm going to start actually with our Justia over here, and the reason why is because we can give this unit miss as soon as they summon another unit. We also do want to keep this unit alive so we can avoid taking the damage off of the Rocker Boys. And we have a pretty good setup in our squad right now. We can summon this range unit here, and then we can also summon this Frost in order to slow down some units. Hello, Miska. Am I going to stream longer tomorrow because of event? Absolutely. Yes, I will. It will be a much longer stream. We will try to get through as much of the event as possible on the first day. We're actually pretty close right now to finishing the event, even though it hasn't started. We do have a couple of the main units at the level 16. All right, so we are going to next, we're going to actually summon our summon. We're going to summon this unit over here. Reason why we're summoning this unit is because it can silence the melee units, also give plus health to our units, and then also deal damage. That will help us set up for the board wipe for next turn. Yeah, so the 3 units in the event tomorrow, they're Poison Floss, Mr. Flap, and Charon. And I have Mr. Flap and Poison Floss at level 16, so it's just the Charon that I need to be concerned about. Right, so all of these units are now marked for damage. They have this unit here that is going to be destroyed anyways, just making sure they don't have any death triggers. We're going to do our destruction skill. And then we're going to follow up with our Shaolin actually over here. The reason why is because it's going to get an attack boost from the Justia over here. And then this unit here will get the attack boost and give these an attack boost over here. All right, so on top of that, like I said, we can stop those Rocker Boys. I mean, they'll come into play, but they'll get miss because of the Justia. As you can see this symbol here for the miss. And then the next unit they end up summoning will end up giving this miss too. So unless they can deal 400 damage on this particular line, we should be all set. Okay, this is fine. We have the damage you see over there. We're going to summon our Grace of Rock Fleet. Combat, combat, and there we go. All right, 5 more. Okay, so they got an ogre over here. They got the attack boost all over for their pet. They have the silence, the stones, and the heal. We're going to start with actually our building, and the reason why is because we want to start up with a defense. Has good health, and then also we don't have the Shaolin in our squad right now, as you can see. So we want to avoid setting up for our order units until we actually do have it. Lovely. All right, so they summon a Grace of Rock Fleet, deals a lot of damage, and then also gives an attack boost. We want to get rid of this unit now because it will cause problems later. So what we'll do is, let's see, we have damage over there, damage over there. Yeah, this is not too bad. We'll actually summon our Shamuna over here. We'll do some combat, and then the building damage will then destroy this here. I don't mind having this unit silenced anyways because we already got the plus advantage with the shard here that was giving mental shield to our unit. Right, so that is now destroyed. We now have our Shaolin, so that's good. Now we're going to summon our Frost actually over here behind the building. It'll freeze and set this health to 1, and then the building will then destroy it at the end of turn. And we are okay with having these units being silenced. This already has decent health, so we're not going to lose too much stats. Okay, comes into play, has Pierce, also destroyed that over there. It's fine, we'll summon our Grace of Rock Fleet here just to destroy this. Give an attack boost because of a kill, and then we have the extra shard over here to help us block for some damage. Alright, this is good. We drew out the silence. So now our next step is to draw out the stones with the heal, or just start setting up our board now because our units cannot be silenced anymore unless they have other units with silence. Right, we'll summon our Ghoster over here to silence this unit and just destroy it. Also has flight, so we'll avoid a lot of damage, and then also we'll be able to, well, flight is usually the big thing here, but it has also a high health as well. All right, so this is good. We drew out the stones. Next turn, we're going to do our summon, and if this unit is still alive, we should be able to then wipe out their board. So we'll do our summon. We'll then wipe out our board, as mentioned before. We're going to give this a little bit of protection by putting the Shaolin in front of it. We'll give this an attack boost, and then also, if it does die, it will deal damage to one of their units. So that'll help us out a lot over there. Next turn, we can summon either this Blair to destroy any range units that will help because of our building, or we'll summon the Justia to actually give us an attack boost to some of our range units. Okay, we're going to have that over there. Yeah, I think we should have enough for lethal. So we'll do our summons. This unit gives mental shield to their warlord whenever we summon something, but that's fine. The mental shield will be broken at that point. Summon, gotta steal as much damage as we can, so we'll summon this for combat damage. Damage to 136, and we should be good right here. Great. Ooh, I see that it's starting to chug a little bit, so hopefully that doesn't burn us for later. Okay, got 4 more. It is bleh. Alright, so we got a bleh here. Okay, they summoned this unit here that deals damage whenever we attack them, including their warlord. Also has the extra attack and then the accuracy. We're going to get rid of this unit now because we're going to start taking a lot of damage from the Pierce. So, okay, we do have the Shaolin too, so that's good. We're going to start with our summon. We'll put the Blair behind this stone to actually spread out our units. We'll get some health back off of our melee kill, setting the health to 5. And then we can actually set up the rest of our units for later. We can either summon this Yoster to combat their units. We can also give it mental shield because of this skill here. Or we can summon another order unit and then hopefully have the Shaolin keep it alive. All right, so just taking a look at the stats here. So 125 has a reborn. Not quite enough to destroy that. 106, 19, so a little off. We're going to summon our Yoster over here. Silence this unit so it doesn't get their attack boost anymore and no reborn. Next turn, if any of these units are still alive, we'll be able to do a board wipe. And then also, if this unit is still alive, we'll summon the Shaolin to give it silence, or immunity from the silence. Alright, so we did mark for damage, so that's good. We'll destroy those now, just to get them out of the way. And then we'll continue on with our board setup. So Shaolin over here, attack boost, and then immunity from silence. The only unit that can be silenced now is this unit here. And it just started as a 1410, so we don't really care about that. Alright, oh boy. That's not going to be good, because we don't have any good ways to actually get rid of this. We could freeze it, I guess. That would be something. Yes, we do need to get rid of the shard in order to actually deal damage to this because of the mental shield that it gives. So for now, we summon our Frost, set the health of this unit to 1. We still need to destroy this, and most likely now they'll probably do silence, which they do end up doing. But again, we do need at least another turn in order to destroy this. Most likely we're going to be summoning our Shimuna with the extra adjacent damage to deal damage to this, or we can actually summon our Grace of Rockly to deal damage to this as well. So they had transform over there. They'll need to get rid of this somehow. I guess we'll do our Shimuna. Have a little bit of block. Get our own shield. Okay, we're taking some damage from this unit. That deals damage at the beginning of the turn to units with max health. We're going to be at a little bit of a standstill because of this unit's going to be able to create shards to block or damage against us. That's not good. Come on, Arn. Oh, okay. I was hoping that the extra shard was going to actually block this melee unit, but instead it did not. And so now we have this transformed and then destroyed. So we could still deal some extra damage over there. This is fine. You know what? We're actually going to summon our Grace of Rockfleet over here. So we'll have some damage, be able to destroy this, deal some extra damage, destroy some units, get some attack boost. Okay, got some health boosts at the beginning. We're going to be taking a lot of damage in this row. Hopefully we can actually use our summons to actually block for damage and then also trigger off the Grace of Rockfleet skill to give it some extra attacks. Okay, we have our... Ooh, this is going to deal a lot of damage to our units, so 130. Okay, that's cool. All right, we'll do our witch summons. Still want to actually be able to destroy this. We're going to hope that our random damage actually destroys this. We have damage over there. Yeah, we'll summon another one of these Yoasters over here. All right, so we have damage. We're going to get a lot of health boost now because we have a lot of female units on our side. So as you, whoops, not this one here. This one over here. So plus 38. And even though these units do die, they do count towards this. So as you can see here, huge amounts of block at this point. When these units do die, they will actually count for the trigger for the extra attacks. It already has 7, so as long as we can actually keep this Grace of Rockfleet alive, we should be able to go through lethal in this particular lane here. Alright, so just waiting it out. Or they just give up. Cool. The showing of force made them surrender. Cool. So we're going to keep going, claim our wind chest. I'm going to close out this pop-up because I think that was the thing that caused us to crash last time. We got 3 more, so let's keep going. Okay. Facing a Trixie who has 290 health. Okay, sure. We'll start with... This is actually kind of weird. Let's start with actually our frost behind here. Give it a little bit of protection behind the building, and also we're actually placing it on the top row so that if we end up summoning either the Blair or this summon over here, we can actually get rid of any one of their units. Okay, so they do have some decent units, and hopefully I wasn't thinking that this was going to be a troll or something. So we'll do our summon, and then we'll summon our... There. Oh, we got to do this in this particular order, so what we're actually going to do, we're going to summon our Yoaster over here. It will silence the male unit, and then we'll have this unit's skill come to play, and it'll actually freeze this, set the health to 1, and then destroy this over here. You call me a cheater? How did I cheat? I was using the skills. Skill to freeze, or silence, and then freeze, and then destroy stuff. Alright, so we mark their units for damage, we'll do our destruction, and then we'll just skip the turn. They don't have anything on the field, and there we go. It's kind of surprising to see low health Trixie in the middle of all this. All right, cool. I got 2 more. Okay, I've faced Paljasso before. Shouldn't be too difficult, but I have been known to disappoint. So we shall see. All right, so they got an ogre over here. Got the silence, got the heals, got the stones. Got this Mina over here that's dealing damage. We're going to get rid of this if we can. You don't have anything immediate for it. So what we'll do is we'll summon our Shamuna over here just to block for damage. We'll take some damage, as you'll see right here. We did get rid of one of their buildings, which then triggered the Gleedy pet over here to give us some health back to our Warlord. Opponent 300 Trixie. I think what happens sometimes is either, I don't know how the coding works in the system, they just pair you with a random Warlord that they do have in their squad, or otherwise your quote-unquote real-life opponent just left that skin on, but they didn't level them, so it might actually be part of their collection. And I guess that kind of would make sense if people don't have units that help out the Trixie Warlord skin, but yeah, what are you going to do? All right, so let's see. We'll have combat over here. Okay, ooh, we do have this available, so that's going to be good. Yeah, this isn't too bad. All right, we'll summon our Justy over here to get some combat damage, destroy this. Next turn, we're going to summon our Shaolin to actually give this immunity from silence, so then we can actually start giving mist to their units. May or may not use the destruction skill, especially since we don't want this death trigger to go off, but by next turn, we'll actually have a lot of units on the field. All right, so that's going to go off. Can't really do anything about this quite yet. Sure. You know what? We'll summon our building over here. Yeah, we'll summon our building over here. I don't mind taking the damage. I do want this building a little protected. And I do want to kind of force the AI to use the silence, which is fine now, especially with the mental shields given. I also feel much better about wiping out their board now because then we can actually come back from the stones and everything else. All right, so we have damage, damage, damage. That's fine. We will do our summon. We'll do our board wipe. We took a lot of damage to that building, but that's okay. We'll have combat over there. We'll summon our ranged unit over here. Set the health of this to 5. Attack it, get some health back. And then if this unit is still alive, we'll be able to give mental shield to our units. Also give them pierce as well. And at this point, as long as our building's still alive, we'll be able to do some pretty neat stuff. So we have this scrap, king of garbage, extra attack, and then the steel of attack. See if we can do anything else there. All right, we'll summon our Yoster down here, silence the male unit. We'll have combat damage and then the building damage. And then at the end of the turn, because we have females, including Yoster herself, we'll be able to give health boost to our units. All right, so they now summon the stones. That is fine. Because of how the spacing works, most likely they'll be summoning a ranged unit to actually deal some damage to us. Probably we'll see that Mina come out and play again. Okay, we have this Strick over here that is dealing 104. Let's see, combat over there, damage over there. Oh, you know, we still have our Frost. So what we'll do is we'll summon our Frost over here, and we actually have to summon it above the building, so that way the skills do work out in the exact order. So setting the health to 1, and then the building will then destroy this over here. Next turn, we'll summon either the Justia to actually give miss again and then attack boost. Or they can just do that. We'll have combat over there. I do want to get rid of this if we can. You know, okay, yeah, we can actually do that. So what we'll do is we will summon our Shaolin over here. We have the buildings to block so that that ghost skill doesn't deal damage to our units. So now we have actually all 4 of these lanes blocked. Next turn we can use this building to destroy this, and we'll still have our attackers. Okay, this is fine. Combat. We'll summon our. You know, actually, yeah, we'll summon another one of these over here. So we'll take some damage, as you see, damage, and some more damage. But this is fine. We have the board, we still have our summons, and we have a little bit of removal with the Grace of Rockfleet and the buildings as well. And worst comes to worst, we can summon our Shamuna to actually block and deal some damage. In this case, the Groot came on play, silenced the units in the line, destroyed the Shaolin, and then the Death Trigger ended up destroying this over here. All right, we're going to do these now. Even though we're kind of short in spacing, we'll just try and go for as much damage as we can. We'll summon our Shamuna on the attack rune. Get another shard to block for damage. And we are threatening lethal, at least on this lane. I did want to get these attackers out before they summon another Shamuna or another Ghosta. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Oof. Okay, that is fine. They summon their Strick, deal some extra damage, the 130, but we do have lethal here. We'll just summon this for posterity's sake. So, combat, and there we go. Yeah, it took a little longer because we ended up using our death triggers a little later, or the destruction skill a little later, but that's fine. All right, we got one more ogre to go through, hopefully. All right, high health, but you know what? We're changing things up a little bit. Let's see if we can actually take them on. All right, so as you see, got the ogres again, silence, stones with the heal. Got the pet over here, attack boost. We summoned our Shimuna so that we can get some defense on the lines here with the shard and then also the mental shield over here. Next turn, we can summon our building to help us continue to set up on the board. Or we can summon either one of these ranged units to take care of any one of their units. Lovely. All right, so they summoned this High Tinker, has this extra mini Tesla that is going to deal a lot of damage whenever a unit is destroyed. We'll do our summon, and then also we will summon this actually over here. Just want to silence this unit for now. Give ourselves a little bit of a health boost to our units, and then also set up for a board wipe for next turn. But this building, I've actually faced them before. This building is going to create a lot of problems, so we'll need to find a way to gain health back really quickly, which is either going to be our melee unit or... Ouch. A lot of damage over there. All right, so we'll do our destruction skill. We'll take some damage, actually, and I think that actually might be lethal, just because of how the deaths are going to occur, but we'll see. So pretty close. We'll summon our Shaolin to give us immunity from silence. Give it attack boost over here. But we are very low health right now, so gonna have to dodge some form of direct damage to our warlord. And GG. This Mad Totem summoned by this Hoodoo actually reflects damage back to our warlord, so no good there. You know, right idea in terms of setting up the board, but we took way too much damage from those two units, the Tinker and then the Aphrodite, which dealt damage to us. All right, we got Cole here. This might actually be pretty tough too, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. All right, so they're starting first. They got their ogre. We've already covered what they do. They got this Drogon here that deals damage whenever a male unit kills. We shall start with our summon to actually get rid of this unit that creates the puppets and also reflex damage. We'll summon our Blair to set the health of this unit to 5. End of turn damage skill ends up destroying this over here. Next turn, depending upon what shows up as our 4th unit, we'll either summon this Grace of Rockfleet, deal some damage, summon this Frost to freeze one of their units, although they still have their puppets that can actually remove negative effects. So in that case, the freeze would be removed. Okay, they summon Tinker here, the building. It's kind of like the previous battle before. All right, so what we'll do is actually we'll summon this over. I'll summon this over here. So we can try to get rid of at least one of their units. We silence the melee units, so no more reflect damage. But as you can see, this building here is also giving attack boost to their units. Next turn, for sure, if any one of our units are still alive, which is a high chance because of the metal shields given, we'll be able to then do our board wipe, and then we'll summon our Shaolin to actually give immunity to silence. And 217 damage, negative 217. Yeah, that Aphrodite combo is actually very, very powerful. All right, not a problem. Kind of expected that we were going to get crushed there, but that's fine. All right, cool. So we got another ogre here. They got health boost back to their warlord whenever a melee unit kills on their side. We have our setups already over here. We're going to summon our Grace of Rockfleet behind the building, destroy some units if possible. So that actually is going to account for that 7 deaths of any heroes. Need 5 more, which we can, we most likely do with our combination summon and these either one of these range units. Okay, so they summoned this Madame Lotrix with the puppets. The puppets themselves also reflect damage back to our unit. We'll do our summon over here, And then also, because we do want to get rid of this right now, so what we'll do is, we have that damage over there. Yeah, this will be fine. So we'll summon our range unit over here, the Blair, to deal damage. Damage, destroy some units. Some attack boosts, as you can see. Damage over there. It has its own vampirism when it attacks, and at the end of the turn, deals damage to destroy this puppet over here. So, let's see. Next turn, we can either summon a Frost to get rid of one of their units, or in this case, they just get rid of all of our units, which is unfortunate. Let's see. We will actually summon this building over here just to block for some damage. This will also help us to set up for our Frost summon next turn to actually get rid of any one of their units, depending upon which one it actually does freeze. Okay. All right. It's unfortunate we don't have transform in this squad anymore. So we'll summon our Frost, as you saw over there. Froze this unit, so it's now health set to 1. Could be silenced. Wouldn't be too bad because we'll still have decent stats over here. We use these numbers as the base stats of the unit after the silence. Oof. Okay. Not sure if we're gonna make it out of this one. I don't think we're gonna make it out of this one. There's way too much advantage, and they still have their silence, so gonna honk out from there. All right, we still got one more battle, and I am gonna get it done because you saw that the warlords are getting slightly easier. For those who are tuning in right now, we are currently doing some league, and then after this, I'll be doing some pit. All right. Let's see here. They got their Drogon pet, the one that deals extra damage for the male kill. Got an ogre here with extra silence, stones, and the heal. Yeah, sure. Why don't you play like DL? What is like DL? Is DL a person? Is DL like a program? Not really sure. All right, so we summoned our Shamuna just because of the immunity, or not the immunity, but the mental shield given. The shard came out in play from this row here. Blocking for some damage, and then the actual, let's see, the adjacent damage that is for this unit whenever attacked. So we'll deal damage in this radius over here. Okay, they summon their own Frost. So I'd set the health of our units to 1 after being frozen. This is fine. We will, let's see here. We'll summon our summon, and then we'll summon our ranged unit actually to deal damage to this unit. Same the health of that to 5, the pierce, and that there. Why don't I play like Deadlord? Oh yes. I was thinking about Deadlord back and forth. The issue is that I think Shamuna is actually a better defensive unit just because it can actually get around certain units that are kind of indestructible or say flight. Whereas the Deadlord can only really transform melee units. And they do have their extra summons, the extra zombies, but they do block some of your placement at times. And so that is why I decided to take them out. All right, so we'll have combat over there. We could do our destruction skill and be destroying that. Get for their warlords. I'm giving up way too early, but yeah, I will give up. I'm trying to think of any other good plays off of this, and they still have their unit there with the extra attack and then the high health boost. Or as you saw, it had like 700 health. Okay, this one should be a lot more manageable. Great. All right, so let us start with, because I know they have those. So we're going to start with our Frost actually over here behind the building. We're going to summon them up top so that we can opt to get our summon to destroy one of their units when we summon another order unit. All right, so they do their block runes. They still have their rocker boys with the splash, which we are going to prepare for by holding off on summoning this Yoster until they come out. Or if we do draw a Justia, we'll be able to stop them altogether. All right, so did they land on a block rune? They did. Let's see here. All right, so we'll do our summon. And then, like I said, we will summon a order unit to actually stop this. Like I said, do want to hold off on using that. What do you call them? The Yoaster. So we did our freeze. Did we not do that? Okay, all right. The proc is still going to happen, meaning the trigger of the skill happens even though this unit was summoned below here. So that's good. It does count towards the kill. Okay, that'll take some damage. All right. We did want to summon our Justia to actually stop those rocker boys, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, you got some damage going on over there, damage skill over there, and then we also got some health back because this melee kill skill. So this is good. We did summon our Justia to stop these rocker boys. As you saw, this one now got miss. And then this one here will get miss whenever they summon another unit. Okay, so miss, we'll take some damage. Okay, unfortunately our Grace of Rocklead is now destroyed. We will summon our Yoaster over... No, we'll actually summon this over... I don't know if I did that right. Yeah, I was trying to set up so that we get some extra attack boost that will be relevant for the next couple of turns. All right, so combat will most likely destroy this here. Okay, in this case, we have this unit still alive, so then we can deal the damage at the beginning. We'll do our destruction to get rid of this unit in particular because it ruins order units by whenever we attack, it will give negative attack. All right, so now we have these units immune from silence. Also gets the attack boost as well. And then we'll still be able to deal damage to their units at the beginning of the turn. Okay, so now that's gone. Summon our Blair to set the health of this to 5. Still be able to attack this. Our unit did get miss, but that is okay. And next turn we are threatening lethal on all... Well, you need all of them to actually attack. Perfect. So we're going to do our summons. As I said before, this unit does give negative attack to our order units, but that's fine because we're going to summon our Yoaster to silence this, so no negative attacks. And then we have our combat, and there we go. So that is why Yoaster is so good against certain decks and certain units. I'm just going to claim this win chest so that we can just clear it up. All right, cool. So that was League. We're now going to do Pit. So going to the Pit, I'm actually going to switch our Warlord back to Pirate. As I mentioned in the prior video, the Pirate with the damage pentagrams, as you'll see here, the AI tends to land on those pentagrams a lot, which makes our job way easier in terms of fighting the Pit boss. We're going to equip our pet so that we can get some staying power. All right, and now we're going to the Pit. Okay, so we have 2 attempts, so that's cool. We're currently on this Kia Cerberus, so let's take a look at their skills. So whenever a unit appears, we'll deal damage to our Warlord. Every 3rd turn, we'll summon a bogey. Don't know what the bogey does. I think it deals damage to non-order or non-chaos units. And then on the 7th turn, we'll summon 2 of these other bogeys. So along with that, because those bogeys are going to come out, they will trigger this skill here. So that will take some damage. We'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, for planning purposes, because we do want to save legendary chests for tomorrow because of the world event, we're just going to deal as much damage as we can. I'm trying to get them down to around like 100 or so. And then hopefully we don't take too many Pit attempts to get it done. All right, so let's get right into it. All right, okay, got some small buildings over here. Not really too concerned about that. Got a building here that gives spikes to our units. All right, we're going to do our pentagrams over here, and they landed in pretty good spots. Double coverage over here, so we actually don't want to disturb this building, because then if they do want to summon in this line, they'll be forced to take damage. Damage over here and damage over here, that's good. So the only thing that's of concern is this building over here, which we will actually take care of now. We'll summon our melee unit here with decent health to take some damage to this building. As you saw, as soon as we summoned something, we did take a little bit of damage. But we do have our Gleedy pet over here that will give us health back whenever we do a melee kill. So in that case, the damage is pretty much non-existent. All right, they summoned a Dead Lord here with the extra zombies. Those zombies dealt damage to us when they came into play. Also transformed this melee unit over here. That is fine. We don't want to use too many of our shuffles quite yet. I kind of don't want to use our legendary, but this is fine. So we'll summon this over here. Take some damage, some more damage, take some more damage, and then we have our damage pentagrams destroy some of the zombies. This unit here has a summon in front of themselves at the end of the turn. When this comes out, it summons freeze runes that will slow down their units. Oh boy, this is not what I wanted to see. All right, so we have this unit here that deals damage to units in the line when it dies, so I'll actually destroy this here. We're going to hold off on these summons until we can actually break through and destroy this. Next turn, you're just going to see here, we're going to see them summon a bogey. We'll summon this unit here with the high health. Destroy the zombie over here, get some health back. Damage over there. All right, the bogey did come out, and then it died. Good old damage pentagrams. Great. All right. Got this unit here that whenever it dies, it's up the health of 2 of our units to 1. Okay, and then also gets an attack boost. We have combat over there, combat over there. Yeah, we'll do our summons, see if we can actually get rid of this unit. And the answer is yes, we will with our combat. We'll have combat over there, so that's good. We're going to summon our... Actually, we'll summon this unit here. Summon actually on the spot over here. Okay, got some health back, so that's good. We summon this unit because of the metal shield, and then also gives negative attack. That's kind of cool. All right, so took some damage over here. Haven't destroyed this yet, so we're not going to have our unit's health drop down to 1 quite yet. That's cool. Okay, we got this unit here that whenever one of their units attacks, summons a Rotter. It is on the damage pentagram, so that's good. And actually, because of that, damage over there. I do want to summon an attacking unit rather than just a building. So what we'll do is we'll summon this unit with the high health. Yes. All right, yeah, we'll summon this over here. That's fine. We see these Rotters come on play. I mean, it is annoying right now because we're not able to attack, but that's fine. We'll let our damage pentagrams to destroy these if possible. Next turn, we will see some more bogeys come on play, as you can see here. And then the turn after that, you'll see 2 bogeys come on play. All right, so we have that over there. Gonna summon our building now to actually block. Yes, we'll see it when it comes into play. It gives negative attack to all units. Gives an attack boost to our units, which is kind of cool. All right, so the bogey finally did come up, and when it comes into play, it deals damage to all units except chaos. So as I mentioned before. Right. And then afterwards, I see that that's where the damage pentagrams came into play. So they're not so much of a threat right now. We'll just let them slide. We got this unit here that gives damage pentagrams whenever one of our units dies. We'll have combat to... Okay, damage. It is on the damage pentagram. You kind of can't see it behind this unit over here, but that's fine. We'll summon our unit with the decent health. We'll attack that. Take some damage. We'll gain some health back, as you see there. 2 more bogeys came up. And then the damage pentagrams got rid of these units over here. So if possible, if you do have chaos units, you would want to summon them for this particular battle, because then they won't be taking damage. In this case, we do have a chaos unit, so that's cool. We'll have damage over there. Do want to get rid of this unit now, so we'll summon this over here. Okay, and also has decent health as well, and also gives evasion to one of our units, so that's kind of cool. We chose to attack this unit because it has Reborn, and then also we're not too concerned about this unit with the 9 health and 29 attack. All right, so we have combat over there, damage over there. Thinking of some stuff. So this melee unit actually blocks this melee unit from attacking. So because of that, we're going to summon our range unit over here. Yes, we're going to summon our range unit over here. This range unit, whenever it dies, it silences units in the line except nature, so that's kind of cool. And then whenever one of our melee units are attacked, it will deal damage to the unit who attacked it. So in this case, damage over there. Unit will still be alive. Okay, still landing on our damage pentagram, so that's cool. Okay, so we'll have combat over there, destroy that, 16, just doing some math. Plus attack. This is fine. We'll actually give an attack boost to our melee units over here. We're actually going to summon our unit here that deals damage when it comes into play. Also gets an attack boost. Then be able to destroy that. This unit gets an attack boost whenever it kills something. And then also whenever one of our units dies, we'll deal damage to their units. So if we can somehow keep this unit alive, we'll be able to deal some more damage to their units. Okay, not too bad. We will summon our... We'll summon our range unit actually over here. The reason why we're summoning this one is because it summons a puppet. That puppet will actually get rid of negative effects for later. Also serves as a blocker. And then it also is another trigger for this deals damage to units skill. Alright, so next turn they will summon a bogey. That is fine. As you can see here, they are pretty much summoning Dead Lord every other turn. So our melee units are in, they are in trouble. Alright, so we have damage over there, move that over there. Summon this melee unit. Yeah, sure. We'll summon this melee unit over here. It has Mental Shield and then also gives block to units around. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. As you can see, these the unit's health are set to 1, so that is unfortunate. Okay, some more of that unit here. It's going to die and destroy that. We'll summon our melee unit here to block for some damage. Or what do you call them? Block and help this unit stay alive. So we have another unit being destroyed over here. Next turn, 2 more buoys will come out, and this will actually be destroyed because it is a non-chaos unit. You see here is nature. Okay, this is fine. We have our damage pentagrams over here. Summon our range unit to deal damage to their units over here. It's also chaos too, so it will actually avoid some of the bogey damage. Alright, so damage, so that's cool. Most likely this unit will now be destroyed because they can summon another unit to attack. Still haven't used the shuffle quite yet. Probably should at this point. Yeah, sure, why not? So we'll have combat over there. We'll summon actually this range unit to kill something. It will summon these extra archers over here. We'll take some damage, that's fine. We're doing it primarily so that we can have blockers. And even though they have those bowies that do deal damage when they do come into play, we'll still have some extra attackers, and then we can also force them to start attacking our units down here. Next turn, we'll probably do a shuffle in order to get rid of this range unit over here. This might be a little overboard, but that's fine. I don't mind. We're gonna summon this floss here. Oops, get it up here. Okay, we'll take some damage off of the summons. When it attacks, it poisons their units. And then at the end of the turn, we'll give plus health to itself. So as you can see, just a whole mess of units that are just coming on the field. But this is fine. We're okay with giving up some of our legendaries, especially since we are still in the early stages of Pit, if anything. Alright, so there's Dead Lord again, dealing some more damage. This unit will then be transformed. That's fine. Okay, we will summon our building, actually, to help us block. Comes into play, it will heal some of our units. Poison will actually destroy this. And then at least one more shot of poison will destroy this as well. Okay, so this will be destroyed by the pentagram, as you can kind of see over here. External bogey will come out, but again, it's not going to matter, especially since now we have at least 2 units here with decent health. All right, so damage, damage, damage. This will die and deal damage to our units. In this case, it'll be that one here. We'll summon our melee unit over here to help trigger the Gleedy Pet to give us some health back. And I just gotta remind myself to not beat this boss, but to leave as little health as possible so that we can set it up for the world event for tomorrow. All right, cool. All right, we'll summon our range unit over here. When this range unit attacks, it will summon a plant that will potentially help us block on this line over here or deal damage over here. Either one is fine. All right, so this is destroyed after combat and the damage pentagram, setting the health of these units to 1. The golem could have healed me. Yes, it can. I chose not to use it because I know it has another skill as well, which is when it dies, it summons, summons another golem. We're not so much worried about health because right now we're able to pretty much pick off every one of their units. So like this one, for example, we'll summon this unit here to swap the attack and the health. So as you can see, their attack is only 16 at this point. We're taking some damage because of their skill that deals damage to 2 of our units, but that's fine. We got some health back anyways off of our melee kill. And yeah, we're in pretty good shape now right now. We have at least these 2 lanes covered. Not really sure about this one. This one's kind of weak, but it does have multiple units over here. And then we have this unit that has the extra summons. So that is fine. We have combat over there. We'll summon this order unit. Has some attack boosts given to our units. As you can see, we are taking a little bit of damage, but at this point, we pretty much have everything blocked, so should be all right. Some more bogeys, and some more bogeys. Look at that damage come. Right, so we have this over here. It's going to destroy that. This will be destroyed. These 2 will actually be destroyed by the poison skill for next turn. Another cool thing too is that once you get to this length of time in the battle, you'll see these sudden deaths start to add up. So these sudden deaths will deal damage to the warlord. And so because of that, we can kind of control how much damage we're actually dealing to them. We're going to summon our range unit actually over here to poison this unit. It does have flight, so that's why we need to summon a range unit in particular. And the poison's actually going to destroy these 2 over here. And then damage pentagrams over there. So once again, we do have our lanes opened up. This one is going to be taking a little bit of damage, but again, we have enough damage. We have enough health to take a little bit of damage. And see here, those dead lords. Once again, they've summoned this at least 4 or 5 times already. All right, we're going to do a shuffle now to actually get rid of some trashier units because we're very confident that we can get through this. This one is okay, although I do want to save range units, so we're going to shuffle here. Okay, this one, yeah, this one here is total garbage though. So we'll summon this melee unit over here. We'll take some damage, excuse me. We'll take some damage over there just for the summon. Damage over there, we'll get some health back, as you can see, so that's why we're not really concerned about the damage. And we're pretty close to lethal, but again, we don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is when we're getting down to say about like 200 or so, we'll just surrender. We'll actually trigger this now. So let's see, 94, just doing some math here. 130, 160. We'll just do a shuffle, try to get rid of some other bad units. This one's pretty bad. And just gotta make sure. 130, 160, 210. So that's good. All right, so they're at 147 right now. We got some damage going on over there. If they end up defeating our warlord, that's fine too. As you can see, they are close to 147. Okay. Okay. All right, and we're just gonna trigger off the sudden deaths until they're down to like 30 or something. So, and see, they're taking 12 damage. 60, 50, 40. Yeah, we're not going to get any greedier than that. But yeah, you can see 31 damage. Okay, so now we'll just surrender. And oh no, we have lost. But as you can see, we did a boatload damage. So that's cool. Got some copper coins. And yeah, so that was Hia Severus. We're going to, like I said, we're going to save Hia Severus for tomorrow so we can use this legendary chest to complete one of the quests. We might as well cover the next boss that we're going to fight, which is the Snore Heavenclaw. We'll fight them tomorrow in the world event. Let's take a look at their skills. So whenever block is triggered on their side, meaning that if we attack a unit that has block, it will give plus attack to their units. On the third turn, we'll deal damage to 2 random lines. And then on the sixth turn, we'll deal damage to melee enemies, enemies being our units. So because of that, we're going to make sure that we don't summon a lot of melee units. And then I always forget which is better strategy for this because of the 2 random lines. I guess we stack units on the same line versus spreading them out. Yeah. Get him to 10 HP. I got him to 5 HP. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't get it too low because then sometimes I just accidentally beat the boss. So any one of our units can pretty much one-shot them anyways. So we're not too concerned about that. And yeah, I mean, we're going to be fine. We'll probably overrun with some pit attempts, but again, not really too concerned. So that is Snore Heavenclaw. We'll have them for tomorrow, and then hopefully we'll cover some more pit bosses on that. Oh yeah, so just a quick recap of what we did for today's stream. So we did some League, faced some bigger opponents, but you know, that's fine. Still need to do a little bit of tweaking in our squad in terms of unit selection, and then also we still need to, can we see here? Let's see if we can. Yeah, we still need to actually level them up. We do also have some reborns on them available, but we're waiting until either high growth or another reborn fable to get that done. And then also we did some pit. We got this Hia Severus down to as little as we thought was manageable. So we'll have that done tomorrow. And yeah, preview of tomorrow's stream. So tomorrow, wait, is today Thursday? Today right now is Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday, is when the world event is going to occur. So as you can see, we'll have a lot of coverage available. We'll do some more League in order to get some chests. Divine Arena will actually be open again, so we'll do that in order to get some extra sparks and then also get the rewards. And then we'll continue on with Pit so that we can get some quests done. Hopefully we can get through maybe the first 2 chapters. And if we get some good rolls, we might actually be able to finish it off all in the same stream. So yeah, yeah, that was it for today. So check out the world event that is going to happen tomorrow. Our stream is going to be very, very jam-packed with content. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, comment, feedback, or concern, leave a message on Twitch, Discord, or YouTube. The content and streaming schedule is right up there in the white box, so check it out. Please like and follow on Twitch for the live stream, and then like and subscribe on YouTube for more videos. Like I said, we're going to have world event coverage, Dark Tower, Pit, anything Mighty Party related you can think of. And yeah, if you don't see it there, leave me a note and we'll make a video for you. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate every one of you guys checking this stream out. And yeah, this is Happy Splasher